Okay.
Okay, Bobbie, you can start.
Okay, thank you, Kausar. So I'll just put myself on gallery view. And so good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to an adapted seated yoga practice. And so I was just thinking that I'd like to, if you've been doing your practice for a while, and I know some of you have, I'd like to invite you to think of your poses and your movements as old friends. And so for those of you who may be checking out the class for the first time today, I hope that you enjoy the class. And I'm always open at the end to any feedback or conversation you'd like to have. And so as always, an invitation to begin a yoga practice by finding a comfortable sitting position. And so sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. And roll your shoulders back and down. Maybe. Yeah, relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels most comfortable. And then Evie, my little rabbit, decided to join me today. If you're wondering what this little fur ball is beside me. Yeah, it's an invitation to bring your hands to your heart center in prayer pose. So it might be palms together, palms open. Lift your heart to your hands, bow your head to your heart. And an invitation to take a few moments to allow yourself to consciously enter into the present. So setting aside whatever was going on for you before the yoga class, for the duration, knowing that you can come back to that after class. And then when you're ready, if your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes. And so at this time, I'd like to invite you, if possible, to find a space where you are supporting your own spine. Come away from the back of the chair enough so that you're able to sit forward on your sits bones. If you need or you'd like the back of the chair for support today, honor that. And so yoga meets us exactly where we are. And so if you'd like, feel free to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you, or soft gaze downwards. So notice the alignment of your knees, hips, ankles, shoulders over your hips. Chin in, parallel with the floor. Allow your facial muscles to soften and release. our attention moves inward. Bring your awareness to your breath, placing one hand on your yoga belly, maybe noticing that as we inhale, belly moves out. On exhale, belly moves in. And maybe placing another hand on your chest and noticing the pattern of movement of the breath between your abdomen and your upper torso. And then see if you can invite your breath to be just a little bit longer than it was when we began. And maybe changing placement of your hands if you'd like. Notice the exhale. And so when we lengthen our exhale, it engages a relaxation response, allowing us to let go of holding, stress, and tension. So I'd like to encourage you during your practice, whenever possible, to bring your awareness back to this deep, easeful breath. And so an invitation now to bring your hands together, rub them a little. Take your hands apart, maybe feeling a little heat, warmth between your hands. Rub your palms together again. And this time, as you're rubbing your hands together, I'd like you to notice where in your body you're holding stress and tension. And then see if you can take some of that loving energy from your hands and place them on that part of your body. Open to receive. Then it's ready, rub your palms together again. And this time maybe thinking of a new place where you could use a little extra TLC. Place your hands there. And so take a moment, notice as your breath still long, smooth, and easeful. And so from here, let's transition into a warm-up. So begin to move your head gently. So maybe your chin moves towards your chest. And then as you feel your neck is ready, turn a soft gaze looking up towards the ceiling. We'll continue this gentle movement for our cervical spine. And as ready, finish up the movement that you're on. And then take one ear towards your shoulder. And then move your head back and forth. As ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Bring your head back center. And then turn a soft gaze looking towards your shoulder. Only turn your head as far as feels comfortable for you. And then turn your head from side to side. So as if nodding no. Finish up the movement that you're on. Bring your head back center. And so we've moved our neck through 3 planes of movement. Now we're going to continue down along the spine with a movement called cat and cow. So as you're ready, round your back. As you round your back, draw your chest in. So it's as if our sternum's moving to the back of our ribs. And then the sternum moves forward, lifts. Open up your solar plexus, your heart, your throat. And so we'll continue this gentle movement, warming up our thoracic area of our spine. So you might notice that as you round your back, our hands naturally slide in towards our knees. On the inhale, hands slide in towards our hips. So move in a way that feels natural for you, so natural that your movements and your breath become one. And then as ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to neutral spine. And then I'd like to invite you to reach one hand towards the earth, so towards the floor, as if you're reaching to pick something up. So you can hold the other side of the chair, keep your shoulder lined up with shoulder. Imagine that you're seated between two panes of glass. And then we'll move from side to side. So you're keeping both sits bones on the chair. And so it might be helpful to exhale as you reach towards the floor. Inhale, come back center. Exhale to the other side. Maybe today it just feels good to inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. If you are congested or you have an obstruction, breathe in whatever way you can. And so you might notice that as we warm up, the movements become more easeful. We're able to go a little bit deeper. Finish up the movement that you're on, come back to a neutral spine. And from here, we're going to come into a seated twist. So beginning at the base of your lumbar spine. So moving up one vertebrae at a time, twisting. Hand can slide in towards your hip, head turns last. And then we're going to move dynamically. So this is a gentle twist. We're not going to our full range. And then when you're ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Come back to a neutral spine. And then I'd like to invite you just to take a few moments to notice, has anything changed for you energetically since you began the class? Notice the effects of the movements. And so moving on with our hands resting where they are, let's tap our fingers. And then if you'd like, maybe explore tapping from your pinkies to your thumbs. So it might be micro movements, visualizing the movement, focusing on what we can do. And then maybe thumbs to pinkies, a little air piano. And then when you're ready, extension, stretch, and maybe soft fist, extension, contract, extend, contract. When you're ready, rotate your wrists. So if you notice your mind gets distracted at any time, know that that's the nature of our mind. So if you notice, good for you. And then just in a loving way, bring your awareness back to your movements and your poses. And then we'll rotate our wrists in the opposite direction. If it's helpful, you might imagine that you're moving your hands through water. And then push your hands away. Pull your hands back. Push your hands away. Pull your hands back. And so with this movement, we were getting into all the major joints in our arms. So we're getting that synovial fluid, Mother Nature's WD-40 flowing into our joints. And we're also getting into the area on the outside and inside of our shoulder blades. So it's like we're giving our upper back a little massage. Push your hands away, pull your hands back. And now when you're ready, let's go for a yoga swim. So we'll start freestyle. Arms can be as high or low as you like. And then how about backstroke? Breaststroke. And side stroke. Other side. And we'll finish up with butterfly. Nice. And finish up the movement that you're on. And so no doubt you're feeling a little more energized, hopefully. So let's repose. Ground to your feet, center and ground through the soles of your feet. Root down to your sits bones. Maybe notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Lengthen your spine. Roll your shoulders back and down. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And so from here, I'd like to come into a movement called Finding Our Balance. And so as you're ready, you're sitting up nice and tall. Pardon me, and then hinging from the hips, you can hold the underside of the chair, have your hands at your hips, rock forward. So really, it's not about seeing how far down we can go. We just come to that just right amount of effort and ease. And then rock back up. And so an invitation to keep this gentle movement flowing in your own time and rhythm. And it can be interesting to close our eyes as we practice these movements. So if you feel stable in your chair, close your eyes softly. Then slowly come on back to a neutral spine. Right. And take a moment, notice how you feel. So it's not about what we look like in the yoga practice or what the form or the poses look like. The diagnostic tool is how do I feel? And so no judgment. Okay. And so from here, let's come into a movement where we reach our arm up in line with your shoulder, if that feels okay. Spiral your palm open with a soft bend in your elbow, extend your arm away. Bring your arm back center. Palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, spiral your palm open. Moving with grace and ease, extend your arm away from you. Bring your arm back center, palm face down, release. Let's do this a few more times. Reach up, spiral your palm open. If it feels okay for your neck, gaze past your middle fingers, you extend your arm away from you. On inhale, we'll bring back, come back center, palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, palm face up, exhale. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. Nice. Okay, so I thought today I was going through some of my books looking for a quote or something to inspire. And I came across this lovely book that I picked up in India when I traveled for my teacher training. And it's called Metamorphosis, An Artist Envisions the Poses of Yoga. So I was reminded of lion's breath. And so we're going to practice lion's breath today. It's been a while. And so lion's breath conjures the energy of a lion ready to pounce, with tongue stretched out in a roar and fingers splayed wide like great feline claws. And so the lion. So you're sitting up nice and tall, your hands are on your thighs, imagine feline paws. And so essentially the way it's practiced is we inhale. You can watch me the first time if you like. Inhale. And then on the exhale, tongue comes out as far as you can and the eyes roll up and back. Yeah. And so that's what it looks like. And so we'll do this a few times. So inhale. Oh, I forgot. We've got to stretch out our claws. Exhale. A few more times. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Wipe the drool off your chin. Yeah, so from here, let's sit up nice and tall, repose, you ground through your feet, center and ground through the soles of your feet. And so we want to keep our connection with Mother Earth. We tend to start losing that. And down to your sits bones, maybe notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. So you can do a little bum dance if you'd like. Lengthen your spine, shoulders are back and down, chin in, parallel with the floor. And so from here, I'd like to transition into sun breath. And so hands are in prayer pose at our heart center. Maybe it feels better to have your hands on your yoga belly. Inhale, extend our arms up and away. So today my shoulders or my arms are a little lower than my shoulders. Maybe your arms are up higher, lower. And then we bring our hands back in prayer pose to our heart center, our yoga belly. And so inhale, extend your arms up and away. And this time as you bring your hands back to your heart center belly, make soft fists. So that can be good if you have arthritis in your hands. And keeping this gentle heart opener flowing, if you'd like, imagine the sun at your heart center. And on your inhales, as you extend your arms up and away, imagine the radiant light of the sun radiating out all around you. And then gather that light and bring it back inside. So it's a symbol of the light that's always inside us. Inhale. This time on your exhale, I'd like to invite you to make a humming sound, bumblebee breath. Inhale. So you might notice bumblebee breath lengthens our exhale. Place one hand on your yoga belly, the other on your heart center. And maybe notice the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And a little shake out again. Okay. So from here, let's come into a side bend. And so take hold of the underside of the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open. So you can have your hand at your hip, maybe you take your hand to your shoulder, or maybe today it feels okay to reach up and over. So you choose, this is your yoga practice. So we're sitting up tall, hold the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open, inhale, reach up to your place, exhale, bend. Turn a soft gaze down towards the floor to release your neck and breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Come out of the pose on this side. Take hold of the underside of the chair, sit up tall, extend your opposite arm, Spiral your palm open. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, bend. Breathe into your rib cage. And release. So let's come into this one more time on each side. This time you notice if you felt a subtle shift. So hold the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, bend. Turn a soft gaze down towards the floor. Breathe into your ribcage. Can you imagine breathing in below your ribcage? Come out of the pose on this side. Take hold of the underside of the chair. Extend your opposite arm. Spiral your palm open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. And come out of the pose slowly. Nice. Okay. And so from here, I'd like to invite you to bring your arms down by your sides, spiral your palms open, open up your armpits. So get bigger in space. Take your hands to your heart center. Bow your head to your heart. That gives us a little nerve flossing for our neck. Reach up to the sky. So gentle back arch. Lift your heart, bend from above your shoulder blades. And then hinging from the hips, come forward. Take hold of the underside of the chair, flat back, chin in. When you're ready, come back up into neutral spine. And so for this piece, you might be visualizing the movement. If possible, take your leg under the front of the chair. So we're coming into warrior one. Add your arm, so your arm can reach up to the sky in goalpost or at your hip. Warrior one. Float your arm down, step your foot forward. Hinging from the hips, we'll come into modified downward facing dog. So forearms are on your lap, lengthen your spine, tuck your chin in. Pressing down through your inner heel, so it might be an energetic pushing down. Come on back up, neutral spine. We'll come into warrior one on the other side, so tuck your leg under the front of the chair if possible. Add your arm, reach up. Warrior one. We'll float your arm down, step your foot forward, hinging from the hips. So come into downward facing dog. This time, let's do a version where we're placing our arms on a diagonal. So your hands are reaching towards where the ceiling meets the wall. Then baby cobra, place your hands on your lap, lower your upper body, lift your sternum, your solar plexus, heart, throat. Downward facing dog, arms on a diagonal. When you're ready, come back up to a neutral spine. Spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. And maybe your hands come together in prayer down through the heart. So let's do a few more rounds maybe. Arms by your side, spiral your palms open. Take your hands to your heart center, bow your head towards your heart. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch, lift your heart, bend from above your shoulder blades. Hinging from the hips, take hold of the underside of the chair, come forward with a flat back, chin in. Pressing down through your inner heels, come back up to neutral spine. We'll come into warrior one again. So maybe visualizing the movement, or if possible, take your leg under the front of the chair. Add your arm. So up along your ear and goalpost or at your hip, you choose. Float your arm down, step your foot forward. Hinging from the hips, let's come into the first version we did of downward facing dog. So forearms on the lap, lengthen your spine, chin in. Baby cobra, hands on your thighs, lower your upper body. Lift your sternum. So sternum moves forward. Lift your solar plexus, your heart, your throat. Downward facing dog, forearms on your lap. Lengthen your spine, chin in. Pushing down through your inner heels. Come back up to neutral spine. Welcome into warrior one on the other side. So if possible, step your leg under the front of the chair. Add your arm. Float your arm down, step your foot forward, hinging from the hips. Spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. Right, gentle back arch. Then maybe your hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. So I'm thinking, let's do one more round. Arms by your sides, spiral your palms open. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch, lift your heart. Bend from above your shoulder blades. Hinging from the hips, take hold of the underside of the chair. Forward bend, flat back, chin in. Pushing down through your inner heels, come back up to neutral spine. Let's come into warrior one. Step your leg under the front of the chair, reach your arm up. Float your arm down, step your foot forward. Hinging from the hips, downward facing dog. This time the arms are on a diagonal. Hands reach towards where the ceiling meets the wall. Baby cobra, place your hands on your thighs, lower your upper body a little. Sternum moves forward, lifts. Open up your solar plexus, your heart, your throat. Downward facing dog. And then as ready, come on back to a neutral spine. Arms by your sides, spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. And maybe your hands come together in prayer down through to the... and take a rest. So you come down off the mountain. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And so from here, we'll come into a modified eagle pose. So of course, you're sitting up nice and tall. You can repose if you'd like. Make sure your feet are placed evenly on the floor, on your footrest. Sits bones sharp on the chair, spine long. And so let's begin by bending your elbows, palms face each other. Tap your elbow point. Draw your arm into the midline. Let that same shoulder soften away from your ear. Maybe reach up a little higher. And then I'd like you to imagine the intensity of an eagle eye. And release. So let's practice this on the other side. Elbows are bent. Cup your elbow point. Draw your arm into the midline. That same shoulder soften away from your ear. Maybe on an inhale, reaching up, up, up. Eagle pose. And release. Okay, so as you're ready, extend your arms out to the side so you're broad through the collarbone. Extend beyond your wrists, your fingertips. Spiral your palms open. Reach up, up, up. Take a look between your palms. Notice that they're facing each other, and then return your gaze on the horizon. So you ground through your feet or ground down through your sits bones. And then palms face down. Yes, and we'll shake it. Okay. And so from here, let's come into a seated twist. And so for this version, I'd like to invite you to reach one hand across to your opposite knee or thigh. Your other hand comes beside you or behind you on the chair, wherever you can reach comfortably. So you might notice we're already into the twist at this time. And so let's see if we can go a little bit deeper. So lengthen your spine on inhale. Exhale, beginning at the base of your lumbar spine. Twisting up one vertebrae at a time, head turns left. Eyes are closed softly, focused inward, or soften your gaze downwards. And slowly unwind, come back to a neutral spine. Take a moment. And we'll come into the pose on the other side. So begin with an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come into your twist. So you can reach your hand across your opposite near thigh. Your other hand can come beside you or behind you on the chair. Head turns last. So I want you to see if you can resist the temptation to turn your head to its full range. And slowly unwind, come back center. So let's come into this seated twist one more time on each side. And I want you to notice if you felt a little shift. And so inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, twist. Remembering that head turns last, eyes are closed softly, focused inward or soften your gaze. And slowly unwind, come back center, take a moment. As ready, inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, come into your twist. So you might find that your breath gets a little bit short here. It's because we're putting pressure on the diaphragm. And slowly unwind. Good stuff. So let's rock and roll. So inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, twist. So in your own time and rhythm, I invite you to continue moving in and out of the twist. And finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. Okay, so side bends, twists, pretty intense spinal movements. So we need to realign our spine. And we can do that with a seated forward fold. So for this version, if it's possible, bring your feet so they're a little wider than outer hip bone distance. And you're sitting up nice and tall, hinging from the hips. Hold the underside of the chair if you like. Come forward with a flat back. So lead with the heart, not the head. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck, and then breathe into your lower back. You might imagine that your lungs are in your lower back. So of course we can't place our lungs in our lower back, but energy flows where thoughts go, where breath flows. Breathe into your lower back. And then it's ready, slowly come out of the pose. So you're pushing down through your inner heels. Place one hand on each of your thigh. Come on back up. Okay. So from here, let's come into a back bend. So we want to counter some of that collapsing that often a lot of us do in our chest. And so you're sitting up tall. Take hold of the underside of the chair. Or if it's possible, you might want to take hold of your opposite wrist. Yes. You know, soft gaze upwards. Maybe you're gazing at where the ceiling meets the wall. And release. Okay, so I think from here we're going to come into a few practices to essentially hack our nervous system. We're going to come into a place where we're moving away or moving into a more relaxed place. So an invitation to find a comfortable seated position. And you can even lean back in your chair if you'd like. And then place one hand on your belly, the other hand on top. And then moving in circular movements, massage your belly. So moving clockwise, actually. So we want a soft yoga belly. So not an easy place to get to in our culture. We live in a culture that is obsessed about flat tummies, and essentially if our belly is soft, it means that our nervous system is more balanced. And so we are massaging our organs, our liver, our stomach. And then if you'd like, lean forward a little bit, take your loving hands to your lower back and massage. If you can reach up a little higher where your kidneys and adrenal glands live, send them some love. And so adrenal glands are almond shaped. They sit on top of our kidneys. So really important to keep this area of our body warm. They're close to the surface. And then when you're ready, we'll sweep our hands forward. So we'll inhale, let, exhale, go. Inhale, let, exhale, go. And so a little bit of Indian head massage. I'd like you to take your fingertips up to your scalp. And then imagine that you're shampooing your hair. So you're not just moving the hair around. You're actually making little circles moving your scalp. Nice. Good stuff. Okay. And so from here, I'd like you to reach across to, so a few fingers just above your eyebrow line. And so you're reaching across, so opposite eyebrow to shoulder. And sweep along till you get to about your temple, and then sweep behind your ear. So behind your ear. And then down along your neck, your shoulder, your arm, and sweep. So I'm going to come in just a little bit closer. So this is one of my new favorite ways to calm my nervous system. So you reach across to above your eyebrow and then sweep along, down a little bit, behind your ear, along your neck, your shoulder, your arm, and sweep. So we'll do this a few more times. So sweep along your eyebrow line. So reach across opposite eyebrow to arm, down behind your ear, along your neck, your shoulder, your arm, and sweep. So I'll do this one more time. Sweep along your eyebrow line, behind your ear, your neck, and arm. Good stuff. Okay. So from here, I think it's time to transition into a short guided meditation. And so feel free to adjust your lighting if you'd like. I'm going to turn one of my lights out. And so find a comfortable sitting position. And so you're sitting up comfortably, but you're still alert. My little bunny rabbit's deciding to be a brat. So maybe just roll your shoulders back and down. Rest your hands on your lap, palms face down, and then draw your hands in towards your hips. Look down and into your heart, see what you can see. And then an invitation to breathe into your heart. And so I'm just going to see if I can encourage my bunny to behave a little bit. So for those of you who haven't met EB, this is EB, my bunny rabbit. So he's going to join us for the meditation today. And so here we go. Eyes are closed softly. Focused inward or soft gaze downwards. And so breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I release. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. And so we'll sit and take a few breaths together with a gentle reminder. And breathing. So come into whatever comfortable position you'd like for your final relaxation. And so if you have the ability to recline in your chair, go for it. Making sure your head and neck is supported. If you want to put a little bit of weight on your lap, a blanket. If you have a pet, feel free to hold your fur kid. And so roll your shoulders back and down. So not meant to be a big scrunch up towards our ears. Essentially, we're inviting our shoulders to soften away from our ears. Eyes are closed softly, focused inward, or soften your gaze downwards. Rest your hands, palms face up or down as desired. And so soft palms, soft yoga belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone, quiet breath. Allow the breath to reflect the pose. Relax your jaw, unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, say let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. So when you're ready, bring a gentle awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. And so our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Right. If your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes open. And so an invitation now to take a look around the space that you're in and name 3 objects that you see to bring us back. Yes. And so thank you for joining me today. The teacher in me honors and appreciates the teacher in each of you. And so Kasar, thanks for being you. And I'm just going to open it up for a few minutes and to have a little conversation if you'd like. And so lovely to see a new friend, an old friend. Oh, I can't hear you, Sheila. You're on mute still, love. You don't know how to unmute. I'm not sure. Maybe Kasar can guide you.
I did it.
Oh, awesome. Well done.
It's in a different place than it used to be.
Oh, great. Okay.
What
Yeah,
I
love
said, it was really good to be in class with you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Sheila. Been missing you. Yeah.
Ditto from British Columbia.
Oh, hi, Bonnie.
Hi, that was lovely. I took
Oh.
a little time getting signed into Zoom, but I think,
Yeah, you made it.
yeah.
The hard part's getting here.
Yeah.
Anyway, take good care and
Thank you.
yeah, enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you again soon, I hope.
Thank you. When's the next one?
Every Wednesday, love, 12 to 1.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Alrighty. Bye now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you guys next week.
Bye.